Okay, so this video is mostly, I know I talk a lot um, about what goes on in my life, and how people react to me. But this one video, I wanted to talk about how I react to people and situations and things, because I believe and I understand that we're not in control of how people treat us or say anything to us, but we are in control of how we react to the situation. After reflecting, I started looking at how some of the patterns kept repeating. Some of the change that I went through, I broke through some of those change. But there were some things that I had to break because of me, not just the obstacles that came. I mean, I just started seeing how, I know it sounds crazy, I started seeing how things would repeat, and I would break some chains, some strongholds that I had, but I still have a lot to go. And I'm understanding that everyone has that in their life, young, old, all of that. Just being around people who've been through some of the stuff that I've been through and going through some of the things that I went through. There's no one on this earth that has went through something that no one else has ever been through. It might be specified to them, but it's always somebody who has went through it before you, because there's nothing new under the sun. So I started learning that some of this stuff was to change me and to mold me into the person that God wanted me to be. Now, I talked about how this guy who owns Sweetwater, he was talking to me the day when I was homeless, and I was really, really sad, and he had bought me lunch. I didn't ask him for lunch. I was just sitting there, and I was singing, and I was reading my book, and he was telling me to come to his office and all this when I, get back on my feet and all this other stuff, and he would have a job for me. I didn't even really think about it. I didn't put anything together because I didn't know what Sweetwater was. So now I'm sitting here in Sweetwater, and I see it's this big, huge music thing. A lot of people talk about it. I have a lot of clients that go, but like I said, I've never been to this location. And God will have it to happen like that. I'm going to a job that's across the street from the place, and it's huge. This thing is huge. It's a whole music thing, which I love music, of course. I grew up doing that. But and I looked and I was like, dang, I just almost missed out on an opportunity because I didn't go and just follow what the man said, or follow what, certain people said, because of my fear, because you've been hurt so much, and you go around and you see these people who are, who can help you, who don't help you, and you're trying to be on the up and up on everything, and then, it's like it wears you down. But when I saw this, I was like, wow, whoa, like that was big. Like God was in the midst of this all, and you have to put your faith and trust in Him, because if not, we'll end up thinking in our own, in our own limited view. Like, this person hurt me so much, so I'm not going to trust anyone. And I almost started getting to that point, Excuse me. Another example was me even getting up today. Something was telling me to stay in the bed. Don't go and volunteer. Don't do this. You see how all those people at that shelter treat you. They treat you like crap. Some of them treat you like crap. They treat you like dirt. Some of them say really bad things to you. Even some of the workers say really bad things. But I was just like, you know what, God? Did I make this, I made this commitment to you, so I need to go no matter what, And I've still been struggling with it, but, it's a commitment. So I got up today, and guess what? I didn't even have to. Everybody that I came across today was so amazing. Everybody, and I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it gave me just like a wavelength, like an opening that I used to have, that I was so afraid to use. It was like a doorway. Like God was letting me know that I'm in control. Things happen the way it happened, the way it is. Not only that, it was some people that I wanted to say, okay, sorry to, or explain myself, and they would not answer for me. They wouldn't open their doors, or they wouldn't answer to me, or and you'd be like, well, you would think that people would say okay, and be receptive if you're admitting that you're wrong, because when they're wrong, they want you to accept, or they just deny it. So, but that didn't, like I said, that wasn't the case. So I had to be like, okay, it's growing me, it's developing me into the person that I am designed to be. There are going to be times when there are going to be times when I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's going on. And there's going to be times that I mess up. And I'll be okay with that. I just have to get back up and keep going. So, and it also gave me more confidence about, the campaign, about running the race. Why God kept telling me run the race. The race it really is not given to the person who runs the fastest or the longest. You got to endure. It's the person for the long haul. And I learned that, like I said, I used to be a distance runner and not a fast runner, but I was very fast at being a distance runner and not kind of fast at being a short runner. Runners, people think a runner is always fast. That's not always true. I would get very tired if I ran. And most people who run really fast, they can't run too long. Think about a cheetah. A cheetah is the fastest animal on the planet that can run, but he doesn't run that fast. He doesn't run that far. After a while he shortens out. So if the race is a little bit longer, then he's going to fall out. He only goes to a certain part. And God was training me not to be God was training me how to be a distance runner in the spirit, in the realm of the spirit. Physically, yes, I am a distance runner, but in the spirit is, how do you deal with obstacles? When obstacles get in your way, do you turn back around? Do you back out? Do you say, since this is hard, since they told me that I couldn't do it, I'm going to stop right here and that's it? No, you got to get up and keep going. And then when you do make it, you're going to see why you had to go, because it's not just for me. It's for all these other people who think in the same way, who thinking that it's, just because this one person did it and that's it, and you can't do it because they didn't come from the place that you came from. They didn't look the way that you look, and everyone wants you to look a certain way. Society has its own way. An outcome has to come from this type of person or this type of individual. That's not true. It's not given to the person that is the best. It's given to the person that keeps giving, who keeps giving and keeps giving their all and keeps getting back up when they get knocked down. So, yeah, that is all I wanted to say about that. It has grown me. It has shaped me. It has molded me into a better person, to the woman that I'm supposed to be, and not to be ashamed of it. Sometimes I used to be ashamed of being, smart or having a passion to serve, because people don't really understand it. But I kind of, and sometimes I don't understand it, but I'm learning better, how it's saying in the Bible, like God says, and the greatest among you shall be the servant, shall be the least. Like, I didn't come out and say he was better than everybody. He could have said, I'm better than everybody. He wasn't even like that. He was just, humble, and he served. He served people. So, that's how I felt like this was a really calling for me from the inside, in the spiritual, myself, my soul, everything that's connected to him to grow, and the outward part kind of falling and dying off, So, yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. I'm going to go and finish eating my chicken at this place, and I will definitely keep you updated. Please link on Run the Race. Thank you.